I was so hard on Olivera about coming back so soon after the knockout against Ilia Topuria. Chill. I got to eat crow, my brother. Charles Oliveira got hit by Gamrot. Didn't matter. Charles Oliveira walked him down, took him down, completely dominated him on the ground, and got a submission.
He walks him down with reckless abandon, throwing knees, punches, kicks, elbows. And that's why you got to love this guy, man. Because after what he just went through, and there was a lot of people saying, oh, it's too early, it's too early. And I was like, no, it's not. It's been 3-4 months, right? The guy's a fighter. He wants to eradicate that loss. He wants to show the world that, hey, I'm not finished yet. 3 months is plenty of time.
He got a little careless. I agree with Michael Bisping. He was kind of just showing Gamrot no respect. But I feel like when you're fighting someone who is one-dimensional, you have to do that to them. You have to let them know, I don't care if you take me down, because that's really your only avenue of winning, is to take me down and hold me down.
Yet another submission win for Charles Oliveira. Just amazing stuff from him all the way around. This was a guy who it seemed like he was ticked off and wanted to make an example out of Gamrot. He was aggressive from the get-go, was stalking immediately, was not giving Gamrot a whole lot of room or space to move or breathe, and was just aggressive throughout and just brilliant even when he got taken down, because that's the threat, is when you move forward, you can get taken down by a good wrestler like a Mateusz Gamrot. But it didn't matter. He was offensive off of his back, as he always is, attacking that omoplata, reversed, got on top, and just dominated for the rest of the fight. Just another brilliant performance from one of the best finishers I think we will ever see in UFC history. And to do it in Brazil with that crowd, man, I had chills watching.
Fighters get to a certain position and go, oh, I don't want to fight backwards. It does nothing for me. It absolutely does when you nail it the way he nailed it. Like the fact that he's coming off this win in his hometown, it just makes the fight that much more exciting. And it put us right back. It put him right back in the forefront of our minds in terms of what what Charles is capable of doing. He goes out there, submits a guy who's just a tremendous grappler in his own right, and he reminds us how good he is. And that's what fighters got to understand. When the UFC is asking you to fight backwards, don't treat it as disrespect. Treat it as an opportunity to show us again how good you are.
I think you start to understand how fast Charles turned around, right? Ilia won the fight and Ilia needed a break. Ilia won the fight and Ilia took a break. Charles lost the fight and didn't take the break. This is a very big deal. It really is a very big deal. And there's not a whole lot of things that you see in sport that you can call inspiring. It is everybody's greatest goal. All of the pundits, all the fans. The number one reason they show up is to see something that would actually inspire them and make them feel better about themselves. But it's uncommon. It's not expected. It's a treat when it happens. But I would put what Charles did, I would go as far as to call it inspiring.
I kind of wanted Charles to win, I think, in my heart, because obviously, a former opponent, somebody that I respect and really love to watch fight myself. So I was happy, extremely happy for him. Also sad for Gamrot. This is a young guy on the come up who took a big risk taking this fight, really wanted to prove that he belongs at the very tippy top of this division, and it didn't go his way, and credit to him for stepping up. But you can't be mad to see Charles Oliveira go and get another dub in Brazil the way he did it.
Super impressed with Charles. He looked really good. He looked clean. Didn't take much damage, and he was able to basically do whatever he wanted to Gamrot, which was surprising. I thought Gamrot would be able to do much better, but it is what it is.
No, and I mean, what a great performance that was, and it was one that I actually didn't expect. I thought Gamrot would give him a little bit more work on the ground. I've been in a room with Gamrot, and I know what he's capable of, and we've all seen what he's capable of against other people, against other really good grapplers. And for some reason, it just seemed like Charles Oliveira was his kryptonite. He just could not create enough space to do any type of damage or create any type of situations. So it was one that I didn't expect from either man, right? I didn't expect Charles to be able to dominate as easily as he did, and I expected Gamrot to give him a little bit more. In fact, I was a little disappointed in what Gamrot was able to provide in terms of offense towards Charles.
Here's the funny part about this. On the one hand, you absolutely have to be heartened by the fact that Olivera started this fight so aggressively, right? First of all, his bet was correct. His bet was, if I just take the fight to this guy, I'm going to mow right through him. He was right? So first of all, he was absolutely connecting the dots in the right way. The other thing, the reason why that's a good thing is because obviously after getting viciously KO'd, a lot of people come back, man, and they just don't have it in them to have the courage to exchange or last or, the same resiliency or fire that they once had. And I didn't see any evidence of that, like zero at all. On the other hand, you do have to consider that, like, this is just kind of the way Olivera fights. He's going to go forward against Poirier. When it doesn't make sense, he's going to go forward against Islam. He's going to go forward against Gamrot. He's going to go forward against Gaethje. He's going to go forward against anybody.
Olivera comes back. What a lion. What a tiger. What a warrior. That's why so many people love to watch Olivera. He's a wild man. He's game. He has one gear. It's fight, attack, kill or be killed. He lives by the sword, guys. He lives by the sword. So sometimes he dies by the sword, and sometimes he, like he did last weekend, he shines by the sword. He's a blood and guts fighter. He's a very technical guy. He's a very intelligent guy. It's just his personality, I would tell you. He's a go-getter. He's a hunter, and he went after it. Guys, this is one of his biggest wins ever. His comeback, because of what happened with him and Poirier. It was such a brutal KO. The fact that he came back and shined so brightly is amazing.
Dude goes out there and pitches an absolute masterpiece. A no-hitter, if you're talking in baseball terms. He gets a takedown on Gamrot early. I was surprised in the first round that Gamrot took him down so quickly, because the danger that Olivera can put you in once you get him on the ground. But he was struggling so much on the stand-up. So when he took Charles down, bro, Charles got his leg wrapped around his neck at one point. Then Charles has him in an omoplata. Then eventually Charles reverses Gamrot. And in the second round, Charles is like, wait a minute. This is so easy on the ground. I'm going to take him down. He goes and takes Gamrot down and submits him. Bro, I don't know what else to say about Charles Oliveira.
The manner of it, though, as well. It was just like the complete and utter disregard for Gamrot. Like, this is my house. This is Brazil. This is Rio. Fucking, how dare you put your hand up at 2 weeks' notice? How dare you step into the octagon with me? And it was just vintage Charles Oliveira. Absolutely sensational. His ground game is just unbelievable. The face crank, won by face crank. Literally just squeezed his head until he had to submit. Like the place just went absolutely mental.
No, and that's the thing. He fought really well. Like if you sort of scale it back to the mixed martial arts, he just fought an outstanding fight. But I was one of the people who I think defended, coming back a few months after a devastating concussion, because it's Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. And, he just has so many ways to win. I mean, you're looking at the omoplata attempts and the arm isolations early on. I mean, danger factor high. Who's not following Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira?
Honestly, I had my doubts. I'll be the first to say it. When I heard that he was coming back in October against Fiziev, I was like, why is he doing this? And the only reason why he's doing, if this card was anywhere else in the world other than Brazil, he's not fighting on this. And I don't think that's always, that's a bad reason to fight. But credit to him. He did the job.
And if you've been around for as long as I have, you watch a lot of people fail in this game. So when you see someone do what it is that they're set out to do, regardless of what the obstacle is and what it looks like, you got to be happy for them. And I'm happy for Charles Oliveira.
I mean, I don't know. Everyone's going to feel a little bit differently, but to me, Charles Oliveira just kind of embodies and represents for us MMA joy. The joy you get from MMA, it seems like so pure when you get to watch Charles Oliveira, particularly come back from very, very difficult circumstances.
Where Oliveira's song hits the speakers, it's that it's almost like a gospel Brazilian song. I swear to God, it's like gospel playing through the arena. There's not an arena in the world that music hits, a song in which no one knows the words to. They go as crazy as they do for Charles Oliveira.